Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at function composition, which is like putting a function inside of another function. Or like stacking a video inside another video! It's Inception for functions, and let's get started. So when I say function composition, what do I mean? Well, we're used to seeing functions as f of x, or g of x, or h of x, something that has that on it, right? But it's possible to put other stuff in here, which is the whole point of using functions in the first place. So in this video, we're going to see what happens when we put things that aren't just x into a function. So function composition can look a couple of different ways. These are the two ways generally you'll see them, whether it uses this small circle or whether it just puts another function inside of original function. So for our first of two examples today, what happens if we evaluate the function f at g of 3 for the given functions f of x equals x squared minus 8 and g of x equals 2 minus x? Well, for starters here, we need to identify what happens with g of 3 inside f of x. Which for starters is going to mean that we have to solve g of 3 before we can evaluate the function f. G at 3 is -1, but that means that we're plugging -1 in for the function f. And when we do that, we plug that in for every x that exists in the scenario, and we'll simplify what we have left. So our function of g of 3 is whatever we get if we resolve the function at -1. And our answer is -7. Now let's try out a more comprehensive example. Our second example is also asking us to evaluate a function operation, but there's two key differences. One is that it uses this circle symbol to represent the composition. And second, well, we don't have a 3 here anymore. So what's this going to look like when we're trying to solve it? Well, first off, I'm going to try to plug in g of x into f of x. Something like this. Now you'll notice it looks a lot like substitution, where I'm replacing one function or one variable with another function. Something like that. Now, this replacement is pretty critical to getting the rest of the problem to work out right, but at this point, really just have to simplify the problem. So what do we get? Well, we have to multiply 2 minus x times itself. And I'm thinking that means we'll have to distribute the 2 minus x into itself, and finally combine like terms and rearrange the degree. And with that, I have my final answer here, x squared minus 2x minus 4. But please notice the most important part of this problem was recognizing that I needed to plug a function in for the variable that existed earlier in the problem. So to sum up function composition, you'll have the two functions that you're composing. You'll have to identify which one of them is the input for the function, substitute that function in, and simplify. It takes those 3 steps to identify your function composition and to simplify the result. Wish you the best of luck, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!